My name is Phil Jackman, and welcome to this week's In Conversation, in which I talk to people in the Northeast's dynamic and exciting cybersecurity industry. Brought to you by CyberNorth, Dynamo Northeast Cybersecurity Cluster. We're supported by Accenture and the Innovation Super Network, and we're part of UK Cyber Cluster Collaboration, or UKC3, and recognised by the DCMS and the National Cybersecurity Centre as representing the region. And today, I'm joined by Kelly Close, Cyber Protect and Prepare Officer at Cleveland Police UK. Hi Kelly, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great, thanks. So can you start with tell us a bit about yourselves and your role at Cleveland Police?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been with Cleveland Police for quite a while. I've been there for almost 25 years now, in a number of roles. But in the last year, just over a year ago, I joined the cybercrime team as their Protect and Prepare Officer.
Excellent. So what is a Cyber Protect and Prepare Officer? What do you do?
So my role is to take the fear out of cybercrime. It's probably the easiest way to describe it. I work with communities, the public, businesses, charities, anybody who wants to learn more about cybercrime, to teach them about what the risks are to them and how they can mitigate that. But to keep it as plain and simple as possible, keep it in plain English so people don't have that fear of cybercrime.
So should people be afraid of cybercrime or not? Or should be wary of it, I suppose, is the best term.
I think we hear an awful lot that people, they're not technical, they don't understand it, so a lot of the time they'll switch off. And members of the public, a lot of the time they'll just switch off and hope that nothing bad happens to them.
Yeah, sort of head in the sand kind of thing, yeah.
Yes, yes, very much.
So this might seem like a strange question, but why do we need such officers within the police?
Cybercrime is huge now. I think the last year has shown how dependent we are on our online world for our work life, our personal life, and that increases the risk from being targeted from criminals. So in every element of crime now, there is that risk from cyber. So that's why I'm here, to work with businesses. Sorry, I totally started to stammer there. Can I try that one again?
Do you want me to ask that question again?
Yes, please. Okay, I'm just going to grab a drink.
But don't worry about it, Kelly. It's just a chat. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay. So this might seem like a strange question, Kelly, but why do we need such a role in the police?
I think in the last year we've really seen how much that our online world is enveloped in our lives. Every element of our working life, our personal lives involve cyber, and unfortunately that's opening the doors for cyber criminals into all of our lives, whether it be our work lives or our personal lives. So my role is to go out and talk to people about that. All elements of crime now have that cyber risk to them as well.
Excellent. Well, not excellent, but you know what I mean. So when we first got into contact, though, you described yourself as a scambassador, which I thought was a fantastic title. But what is a scambassador?
So scambassador is fraud and cybercrime. They're symbiotic. They're hand in hand in so many cases. So a scambassador is to go out there to the community mostly and start the conversation about fraud. A lot of people are embarrassed about fraud, and people tend to not talk about it. They don't want to admit if they've been a victim to it or if they've fallen for something. So it's to take that embarrassment out of it, start the conversation. I've heard about this, so I'm going to tell you, and I'd like you to go out and tell other people about it, so hopefully that they don't fall victim to it too.
Yeah, I think one of the best things we can do about scamming is to tell people that cyber is a ruin. But it's rife these days, isn't it? There is so much attempted scams online.
There is a fraud for everybody, whether it be online or even face-to-face, over the telephone, letters still as well. That's still a problem. It's just catching you with the right hook at the right time. If you're distracted, if you've got something else on your mind, if it's something that's happening in your life that's pertinent to you, you're more likely to fall victim to it and click on that link or answer that telephone call.
Yeah, I got caught, or nearly got caught, by that post office SMS text problem that was going around. It was right in the process of filling in my details, but there you go. I thought, what am I doing? What am I doing? Anyway, you've had a great career in Cleveland Police, quite some time, as you've said, but what attracted you to work there in the first place?
I started with Cleveland, it was almost 25 years ago when I was at university. I started in the control room, and the shifts fitted with my classes, and I loved it. I fell in love with it. It's something different. It's something every day. You're helping people. But then from there, I've gone on to the community safety team, where I worked in crime prevention. So that was going out working with victims, all victims of crime, but predominantly victims of domestic abuse, and making sure that they were safeguarded. And then from there, I've moved into the cybercrime team, and I love it. I'll happily stay there forever.
Forever's a long time, mind you. So how many people are there in the Cyber Protect team, and when did you decide that this was right for you?
So the Cyber Protect team in Cleveland, it's just myself, but we have fantastic links with the regional. So I work very closely. There's 3 counterparts in Durham: there's Claire, Jessica, and Marisa. Then there's Claire in Northumbria, and John and Johnny at the regional team. So I have fantastic links with them, and we do a lot of collaborative work within the region as well.
Okay, so well, that brings me nicely on to my next question, is that we have a number of local police bodies, including the NERSU, NERCCU, and Northeast Business Resilience Centre. Is there a lot of local coordination across the region on this cybercrime?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of things that we do as Protect officers on the ground, such as staff training. We'll go in and we'll do half-day or half-hour sessions, depending on your requirements. We can do vulnerability scanning on the network, similar to what a hacker would use to show the businesses this is how a hacker could get in, and this is how you need to close that door. We also do tabletop exercises, so people can businesses can test their resilience plans in the event of a cyber attack, as well as a number of other things. The Lego decisions and disruption game. I don't know whether you've ever seen that, Phil. It's absolutely really immersive, but really puts to the forefront the importance of cybersecurity. So we go out and do all this as part of the regional team. But then if there's anything further, we can link them in with the Northeast Business Resilience Centre, so their students can take over and work further with the companies.
And so what about at a national level, and perhaps even an international level? Is there cooperation across regions across the country, and then countries across Europe, the world, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, our regional officers, John and Johnny, they have regular national meetings that discuss the emerging threats and the risks that are coming into play, and directed by the NCA and the NCSC. And then we have regular meetings with them where that's disseminated down to ourselves, and we'll take action on that.
So it must be really hard, though, for police officers to keep up with the rapidly changing world of cybersecurity. How do they manage that?
It can be, and every day there's a new threat, but we work regularly with our officers, so we do a lot of upskilling work with our teams if we find something that they need to be aware of. We're in the process of rolling out a domestic abuse training package for officers. It's one of the really big ones now. I don't have to come and bang on your door or smash your windows to harass you. I can sit on the other side of the country and do that from my phone.
Yeah, a really rapidly growing issue, isn't it? So how do people get into the police if they're interested in a career in the police? How would they go about that?
And specifically in cybercrime, or in the police in general?
In general, to start off with.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that people need to remember as well is you don't have to be a police officer to join the police. I'm a civilian officer, and so all of the roles that I've worked in have been civilian. But if you're looking at a police role, we now have the degree, sorry. Sorry, can we try that one again? When I tried to say constable, you said a rude word. All right, sorry, can we try that one again, Phil?
That's okay. So how would somebody, tell me then, how would somebody who's interested in getting into police, either as a police officer or as a civilian, how would they get in?
That's a very key thing to remember as well, that you don't have to be a police officer to join the police. If you want to be a police officer, then we do have the degree apprentice scheme that's now running, that will give you a degree. So you're working whilst doing your degree, earning that wage and becoming a police officer afterwards, and all of the avenues that open from that. But the civilian route, there's so many different roles. I'm a civilian within the police service, and every role I've had has been that civilian role also. So keep an eye on the recruitment page, get in contact with HR. If there's something that you are interested in as well, a particular department, consider volunteering. We do take on volunteers in a number of roles within the police. that really opens up your eyes to what's there and what could be open to you.
Excellent. So my last question then to you, Kelly, is look, this has been a very challenging year. Looks like we're kind of getting back to some sort of normality. What are your hopes in terms of the future?
I'm really pleased to be back out and about again. So I'd love to see a lot more engagement events and working with people face to face. We do have the facility to do it online, but it is much better to be out there face to face. But in the cyber landscape, I'd really love to see a lot more businesses signing up to Police Cyber Alarm, a fantastic piece of software that helps them with vulnerability scanning as well as monitoring for suspicious activity. So really, now that's gone live nationally, I'd like to see a lot more businesses signing up to that.
Okay, that's excellent advice. Well, thank you for that, Kelly. I'd also like to thank Robert Campbell, who helped me set up these In Conversations. Look out for the next Now series, and if you're interested in taking part or know someone who should, please let me know. Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
That was In Conversation with Phil Jackman, lead for CyberNorth. Audio and video production was by me, Robert Campbell. This was a Team Funds production for Dynamo Northeast.